I'm trying Panera bread after 27 years. It's my first time trying Panera bread. I told you guys I don't eat out. So I got the tuna with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, everything, because I love everything, all my vegetables on there. So then I have the broccoli cheddar soup. I have my pickle spear. I did get a piece of the bread, dip it in my soup, see what that tastes like. And I have the chips. So let's get into this. Try this sandwich. Mm. A sandwich, I give it a 10 out of 10 because I love tuna sandwich. Let me get that little bit right there. That's that broccoli cheddar soup right there, y'all. Let me pull that back. Let's see. It's cheesy, full of broccoli. Got a few carrots in it. That's good. Oh, man. They say you're supposed to dip the bread in it, so you're going to try to, like, do it like that.
There's some big chews, so
here it is.
Background.
Now, that's good. That's real good, and it's healthy. And it's healthy. Real good, real good. Look at that. All that broccoli in there. There's some good stuff. Make sure you dip that bread. Look at that. Gotta smack, cause it's good. I got my pickle spear. Yep, this is real good. Eating healthy is always the best option. I don't eat at every restaurant, but like last time I had Five Guys, Five Guys not that healthy, but I just wanted to try it. Because for the most part, I do eat healthy. Well, last weekend I went to see my dad for the first time since I've been out of prison, 27 years. And I took him out to eat to a seafood place. It's called OCD. I chose OCD because the name was OCD. So I thought, well, maybe they clean. But he enjoyed it. He's dealing with some short-term memory loss right now. But he did remember a lot of things. He remembered me. And then we went to see my grandma. She's in Glenwood Nursing Home in Georgia. She's 99 years old. I love these chips. I like to put these chips a little bit in there. Let them get soft, but these are good chips. They're kettle cooked potato chips. I wouldn't say they're the healthiest chips, but they're good. It goes good with what I'm eating. But anyway, so as we was on our way to the nursing home to see my grandmother, I asked my dad, I said, so how she's doing? He was like, oh, she good. She get in the wheelchair, she just take off and they have to go behind her and they have to catch her. I said, when the last time you had actually visited her? And he was like, oh, I just was there the other day. So when we pull up to the nursing home, I'm expecting to see Grandma vibrant, rolling around in the wheelchair and full of life. But instead, when I walked in the room, I can smell death. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been there when people are near death, when you walk in the hospital and the stench of death is there, like near death. You ever been to a nursing home and, you know, near death smell, you know? So when I saw her, you could tell that her memory is gone. My dad was talking to her and she thought that he was her husband. And then he too suffers from memory loss, short-term memory loss. I'm not speaking that over him because I'm a believer and I know that the God can do all things but fail. But I'm speaking the reality of the situation. And I'm not speaking it as though God can't heal, because by his stripes, I know that he's healed. But the reality of the situation is that he's dealing with short-term memory loss. You know, a lot of people don't like to speak the situation at hand because you think that it's going against your faith to believe God, but it's not. You're just calling it as it is. Though you do believe God. Even God called the situation as it was when he say, I thirst. I'm hungry. Even when he was in the garden, when he say, Lord, if it's possible, can this cup pass me by? But nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. And the reality of that situation is that he wasn't ready to be separated from his dad by dying on the cross. He understood the assignment, but he had never been separated from the Father. He had never sinned, taken on sin. And it was a bit hard for him. There was other instances where Jesus called the situation as it was. When he told the Samaritan woman as he was ministering to her, he said, you've had many husbands and the one you have now ain't yours. He didn't say, oh, you healed and this, that, or the other. He didn't make it look good. He just said, you've had many husbands, the one you have now is not yours, but he still dealt with her and he healed her. Even in the story of Lazarus, you know, when Jesus was beating around the fact that Lazarus was dead, he said Lazarus is asleep. But those around him didn't get it. And they said if he sleeps, then he does well, you know, because he's sick. So he sleeps. So rest would do him well. Then Jesus understood that they weren't getting it. So that's when he had to call the situation an ace of ace. He said Lazarus is dead. He said what the situation was. The reality of the situation is that Lazarus was dead, and Lazarus was dead. But he raised him up. Listen, see how the potatoes, the soup has softened the potato chips and made it like potato broccoli soup. And that's why I like to put the chips in there. Let's put the rest of these in there. I think I'll hold off on the rest of my sandwich to later. There we go. I love the pickles. Absolutely love the pickles. Larry Giant Subs have some good pickles too. But I'm not gonna do too much of the bread because I'm not a bread eater like that. I gotta wrap that up in something else because this is sword. Broccoli cheddar soup with potatoes in it, potato chips in it. I get that broccoli cheddar a 10 out of 10. It's real good. I can feel my body being nourished. Got onion, tomatoes, all that. Make sure if you ever get it. See, usually I think the tuna sandwich comes on pita bread or something like that, but this is the white miche bread toasted. So every time I go, I ask for the white miche bread toasted. It looks like real little bread because I don't like that pita bread. I be wanting my sandwich to look like a sandwich. So if you ever go and you want it to look like this, this is white miche bread, lightly toasted. All right, guys. I'm getting full. It's been fun. I gotta run, so anyway.